my blog post. I had some stuff in a previous design team package that I didn't get to use, and I really wanted to use it. So anyway, I wanted to make an altered cutting board, and I got a white cutting board like this from Dollar Tree, and then I just spray painted the sides and the front of it. I wasn't too worried about the back because I'm going to hang it on the wall, so you're not going to see that, but I wanted to show you some of the stuff I used in order to create this. I think it turned out really, really, really pretty. I'm happy with it. And again, I got to use some of my previous design team project stuff. So what I'm going to do is just show you what I used on the cutting board and kind of walk you through it. So the paper collection that I used is the Graphic 45. What is that called? The Graphic 45, the Fairy Dust collection, and I used the reverse. It's two-sided paper, but I used this, and it has little sparkles on it. I like that, the little stars. So anyway, that was the base of the background here for the cutting board. And then these two corners here were from, my mom gave me the holder for a graduation card that she had received, and it had this really, really, really pretty, it folded over like this, and this was all lace. So what I did was I cut that apart, took that off, I distressed the edges here, you can see here and here, with some vintage photo distress oxide ink. And then I cut it up and I kind of fit underneath the flowers, but we'll get to that. So anyway, the collection again I used was the Fairy Dust collection. I'm actually hoarding this paper collection because this is one of my favorite paper collections in the whole wide world. So, and since I'm keeping this project, I went ahead and decided that I would go ahead and just use it on my project. And then I used just some glitter paper cardstock that I got on sale, I think at Hobby Lobby not too long ago. So I used that for the part that the fairy's going to sit on. And then for the fairy, I received the Lavinia stamp. And this one, let's see, it doesn't have a name on it. But it's this fairy, and I love her stamps. They're absolutely amazing, and her fairy stamps are just some of the best that are out there. So anyway, so I stamped that onto a white piece of cardstock, and then what I did was I fussy cut around her, and then because I didn't want to have it stark white, I took some Spiced Marmalade Distress Oxide ink, and I just colored in around her to, you know, kind of fill in the white spots. And then I used Spectrum Noir has these glitter pens, and I think they're called Spectrum Noir Sparkle. They're sparkle pens. So I've got like a clear, I've got every color that they have. So I love, love, love these. So that's what I did on the fairy. I just kind of went over the black parts. I went over, yeah, just the black parts with the sparkle pen just to kind of let her shimmer a little bit. And then the lace was some lace that I got. I get a lot of lace and stuff in swaps. So it was kind of like a beige color, but I took it, and I don't know why I did this, but I put it in coffee water that I had used previously to dye some paper. But then I put like orange food color and red food color, and I mixed that all in. And then I put the lace in there and let it sit for a couple hours, and it turned out, it has a little bit of an orangish tint, but it's not real stark, and I like that, so it kind of just made it look a little bit older. And then I have these wooden butterfly pieces, and so what I did with this one, I used gold glitter paste by Bo Bunny, and I'm still learning how to use this. I think you're supposed to use it with stencils, but that's okay. I ended up doing it on the wood pieces. So this butterfly and this butterfly, I had it gotten in a butterfly swap, and I wanted to use them. So this one I secured to the board before I spray painted it black. And I used E6000 to do that. And then when that was dry, I just did one coat of the gold glitter paste. I took a paintbrush, this paintbrush, and I just dabbed it all over just to give it a little coat. But on the butterfly here and this flourish section here, this was from my design team package, my original design team package, and so was the fairy stamp, and I think that was it from that. Yeah, because everything else I had. So what I did was I dabbed a single layer on top of the top of these, and then I let that dry, and I used my heat gun. I use the heat gun, it dries really, really fast. So I used the heat gun, let that dry, and then I put a second coat, and it just made these puppies like pop. I love, love, love how they turned out. They're just gorgeous. And then the flowers are all flowers that I had in my collection. I have a little jar, and I take these little flowers and I cut the metal part off, but the rest of them, you know, they're from my stash. So they're in this little jar, so I used those. And then I used, on the side, I have this leaf garland, and you can get this in a wedding supply store or whatever. And so I just cut that, hot glued that down over the lace. The lace is hot glued, and then on the corners, I gathered them, which you really can't see in this, but it's okay. And then before I put the butterfly down, I took some gold tulle, I think that's what it's called, tulle ribbon or whatever, and you can get this at Walmart. It's not that expensive. You can also get it in the floral department at the Dollar Tree. So so I took that, I cut, I think 6 pieces about that wide, and then I tied some string around it, tied it really tight, and then just cut around each of the sides to make it look like a little flower. And then I put hot glued that down, and then hot glued the butterfly on top of that. And I did the same thing with the flowers. Hot glued those down in the corners after I put the green vine on. And then the centerpiece of this, this paper is a linen paper, and it's kind of like a really, really, really light orange. So I took that, and I took the Spice Marmalade Distress ink, and I went around the edges. And then I took Nouveau drops, and I don't think I have the bottle in front of me. Oh, yeah, yep, I do. Hold on. Let's see. It is the Crystal Drops Gloss Buttermilk, and it's actually one of my favorite Nouveau drops. But so I went around the edges, let that dry, and then I assembled everything, put the fairy on top, and put that on the background, and then I just put some little yellow gems on there. And again, I put some of the Nouveau drops up here just to, you know, give it a little bit more interest than. It was kind of plain looking to me, so that's what I like about the Nouveau drops. You can add them, and they just give it that extra touch that you need. And so I probably could have done more with the center, but I didn't want to do too much there because I really like that fairy. She's one of my favorite stamps. But anyway, so that is, let me just kind of show you the butterfly. Really, really like that butterfly. And then the rest of it. Really, really like how this turned out. I wanted to do this for 2 months, and I just kept putting it off, so I was doing other stuff. But anyway, so that is my project share for today. Thank you for visiting. I hope everyone's having a blessed evening. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you would like to be notified when I upload more videos, please hit the subscribe button, and the little bell icon next to it will let you know that I have posted a new video. I try to do these 1 or 2 times a week, depending on my schedule and how busy I am and what I have going on. So, you know, again, thank you for visiting and watching and sticking it out with me. And the actual step-by-step instructions for this cutting board are going to be on my blog. So the blog link is down below, and that's it. Have a good evening.